Good morning, Canada. Time is 9:34. We love this part of the day where we actually get to hear from you, how you're feeling about the way things are going. It's so important to talk about it. Today, we ask about the phasing that we're hearing happening in Saskatchewan soon, rolling out across the country, phase 1, 2, 3, whatever that may look like, where we loosen restrictions to go to some sort of normal slowly. And are you ready for it? First up, Carlene on the line. Good morning. We want to hear from you. You're on the line with Dina and Devo and the rest of the country. How are you doing?
Good morning, Dina, Devo, and the rest of the country. I'm doing okay.
Good morning, Carlene. So what do you think about these phased rollouts for the economy?
It sounds fantastic. I know people are getting really excited about things finally moving along. But my mind, it keeps going back to how bold are people going to get when they hear a few restrictions have been listed. For example, with the daycares and the kindergartens, that will be opening up under strict guidelines, they say, and voluntary. If I hear something like that, I wonder if I'm thinking, well, a beer with one friend's not going to be that bad. People might get bold, and that worries me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes me nervous because they talk about, opening certain parks and things like that. When there's a nice day, what happens? Because you think, oh, I'm just going with my friend or my family.
Yeah.
But then everybody's going with their friend or family, and now we have the same situation that we were in before, right?
But I think with that, I would assume there'd be a rollout of some sort of form of, not control, but patrolling maybe, or managing.
Yes.
And that's why they're looking to start at like smaller businesses and smaller parks and see how things go and then pull back if needed and then slowly continue in that sort of push and pull. Because this is new. Everyone's trying to figure it out. Yeah. They're looking at the 1918 Spanish flu. And I know yesterday Prime Minister Trudeau said, there was that spike again in the fall. So they're saying, might that happen? We don't know. There's so much that we don't know. But so in general, you're saying you don't welcome the phases then? Or are you saying yes to the stages and phases depending on how it goes?
I think they actually, I should be clear, I think Ford government laid out a wonderful, great plan, very responsible plan. What I guess I'm mentioning is back to human nature. I hope people aren't too bold when they see the different phases out. And on the other hand, a lot of us have been enjoying staying at home, so it is a little bit sad to see the economy might start rolling out again.
Enjoying that slow.
To be in that position,
you're right. There are people that are like, I enjoy this time with my family or this time kind of away from everything and
not being overscheduled.
Yeah, so it's kind of great. Carlene, thank you so much for the call.
Thanks, Carlene. You're great.
Okay, thanks for putting a smile on our face every morning. And I'm going to take up your challenge to make sure I make somebody else smile today.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's awesome. You. Frank put out the challenge earlier, and you already did that for us, so thank you. Keep it going, Carlene. We have got Tina on the line. Quick change, and she's ready. Tina, are you there? It's Dina and Devo here. Tina?
Hello.
Hi, Tina. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Just wanted to say good morning to everybody on Breakfast Television, and thank you for making us smile every single day through all of this.
Thank you. That's so sweet. That puts a smile on our face, so we appreciate that. Thank you. So
it really does.
How are you feeling about these phased rollouts that they're talking about?
I guess I'm really supporting the previous caller. I really do agree that I'm just nervous about how people, once the gates start opening, how they're going to, like they said, just feel, okay, this is okay, let's meet with this person or that person and go out too much and do too much at once. I really think that we've done so amazing. Our government has been phenomenal. I think we've done an amazing job to keep these numbers down and do what we have to do to stay home and stay safe. A little bit longer is not going to kill anybody. If anything, the amount of family time people are able to spend together, especially those that travel a lot in business, have dinners together, let's embrace that. And if it's a few more weeks or a month, it's okay. We're going to be fine because this will end and it will be just fine. So let's take our time. Slow and steady wins the race. Remember that.
Yeah, and we have to remember that it is temporary, like you said. Whether it's longer than we originally anticipated, it will have a finite period. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and we're all working so hard to get there. And you said that so beautifully. Thanks so much, Tina.
Yes. So everybody stay safe, stay strong, and a shout out to the frontline workers. Thank you so much for everything they do every day. So let's stay strong and we'll get through this and it's all going to be okay. Just stay in for a little bit longer and then when we're allowed to go out and we can do it, we won't have to worry about relapse and this virus coming back. So we'll get through it.
Yeah. Savor those memories. That's what I do. Imagine those hugs, right? Those reunions with friends or that visit to your restaurant or whatever it is.
I'm not going to lie. I'm dying to hold my granddaughter and kiss her and hug her, and I'm dying to do that. And that's okay, because if I don't do it now, I'm going to do it 100 times when I get her. So it's going to be fine.
Yeah,
What's her name?
Her name is Harper.
Harper. How old is she?
Harper is 8 months old, and she's the light of my life.
Baby. Love to your family, to Harper.
Soon you get to hold her, for sure.
I will. I'll get to hold her soon, but I give her lots of virtual hugs and kisses.
That's awesome.
Yeah, nothing like a grandma's love.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tina.
Okay,
Stay well.
Stay strong.
You too.
Thank you, too. All right, we got an email from Lynn. Lynn says, I think we all want to have some normalcy. I personally think it's too early when so many people are still dying. How can the city start to go back to normalcy? Hashtag stay home, stay safe, save lives.
Yeah, it's interesting, too, because it is so polarizing. And then some people, I worry about how will they be able to integrate back in when right now we're walking around so paranoid. Like even a trip to the grocery store, you feel like you're a warrior heading in. And will people have difficulty adjusting mentally to that transition back in?
I think so now, because people have gotten used to stay this way, this far away from me.
Yes.
You know, when you picture maybe you're at a restaurant or at a social gathering where people are, talking very closely to each other, whispering in ears and things. So that's not going to happen anymore. But we also have to remember, across the country, it's very different. Toronto is very different than what's happening in Vancouver, than what's happening in Prince George, what's happening in Newfoundland. Like, it's just very different across the country. Some are seeing less cases, some are seeing less restrictions. So it is going to be different as this all rolls out for everybody.
I think we have time for one more email. This one's from Stan. It is time to roll open some businesses like hardware stores, garden centers, and greenhouses, clothing stores, and things like that. In fact, those things never really needed to close, in my opinion. I am waiting for the camp we live by to open to start up my seasonal landscaping and yard work jobs, so why not paint while I wait? I want to go in and get it, not buy it online. It's time to get the economy rolling in Ontario again, and that is from Stan. So, yeah, thank you. We appreciate everybody's sides on this issue, and it's hard to know which is the safer route to go when it comes to reopening. Luckily, we don't have to think about that stuff. It's our elected officials that decide.
And most of the elected officials are saying they're going to find a way to listen, and they're going to listen more to the medical officers. That's what they're going to follow. They want to make sure everybody's safe, and that's a big thing. I know a lot of businesses are ready to open because they want to make their living again.
Yes.
But
might I say hair salons are much needed at this time as we're all trying to cope. Yeah, there's that. How about you, D? Restaurants?
Yeah, restaurants.
Want to reopen?
I work in nightclubs sometimes. I do a lot of events. This will change the landscape of those kind of gigs and things that we would do.
Yeah.
But I'd rather everybody be safe.
That's it.
That's most important to me. So hopefully we see how this goes, and we'll find out in the future. There's no date sets for most places, but we'll find out very soon.
And we'll get through it one day at a time.